Hello, everyone, and welcome to 100th Football Sports Talk Radio. I'm your host, Logan Landers, and today I'm doing a top 5 list, the top 5 NCAA running backs heading into 2022. So if you enjoy this video or episode of the podcast, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. We go live each and every single week on Facebook and YouTube. We have clips or show on Instagram at 100th Football. Check out our LinkedIn page as well under the same name. And our podcast available each and every single day to download and listen to, available any major, minor podcast streaming platform you can think of. And we have thousands upon thousands of episodes over there and even more on Facebook and YouTube. So go and check us out. Let's get into my personal list. This is my list. This isn't anyone else's list. This is one I came up with. And if you like my list, hey, I would love for y'all to agree with me. But if you don't, I mean, it is still my list. I'm just saying. But please, hey, put your own top 5 list in the comments. We can go at it, round for round, blow for blow. And I would love to interact with y'all in the comments. So let's get it going. Number 5 on my list, Mr. Sean Tucker. Coming out of Syracuse. And boy, oh boy, this dude is special. He's 5'10", 209 pounds of just pure force. Finished 4th in the nation last year with 1,496 rushing yards. Just phenomenal. Beat single-season records at Syracuse. And he also broke another record at the program. 7 straight games with 100-plus yards. That's crazy. Also 12 rushing touchdowns to boot, 20 catches as well, 255, and 2 scores as a passing threat also. Number 5 on my list, Sean Tucker. Guy is criminally underrated. I was comparing stats with him and other players. I was looking at other lists from different websites, and these people weren't even putting him in top 10. Criminally underrated. Sean Tucker, number 5 on my list. Number 4, going out to Texas A&M with the Aggies, going with Vaughn. And boy, oh boy, I mentioned special, right? He's going to get a lot of touches now. Isaiah Spiller's left. He's gone to the NFL. So he is a great threat, not just on the ground, but as a pass-catching threat as well. 910 yards, 9 touchdowns last year as a sophomore, and 7 yards per carry. 7 yards, that's insane. First 2 years at A&M, 29 total catches, a little bit about 12.3, 12.4, give or take, yards per catch. So he can get it done with his feet. He can get it done with his hands. And that is why I have him at number 4 on my list. I think that he is going to be a top 5 player, right? A top 5 running back. And also last year, right? He ran for 10 plus yards on almost 20% of his carries. That's pretty great right there. That is how you get an offense clicking with this guy right here. So number 4 on my list. Let's keep moving here. Number 3, we are going to rock out with Deuce Vaughn out of K-State, Kansas State. And this is a very special individual right here, is Deuce Vaughn. 5'6", just 5'6", 170 pounds, soaking wet on any given Sunday, Saturday. But my God, is he explosive. 1,872 yards from scrimmage last year and 22 touchdowns. That I don't know how, but he does it. Last year ran for 235 carries, 1,404 yards, and 18 touchdowns on the ground. So I would say he had a pretty good year in 21, wouldn't you say? He surpassed 100 yards in 9 games last season, and also 120 yards in 8 of those games. Led Power 5 running backs with 59 plays that went over 10 yards from last year from scrimmage. He's quick. He's elusive. He's got that dog in him. And he is one of the more electrifying players in college football you might have not have seen if you were not a Kansas State fan. Please go and watch this man. Watch some highlight tapes because he is explosive. Number 3 on my list. Number 2, we're going to the Ohio State Trayvion Henderson. And I feel like if Trayvion was on really any other team, he would be getting national recognition. And I'm giving him some love here on the show because last year he was tremendous. 183 rushes, 1,248 yards, 15 touchdowns. But on a team with, of course, C.J. Stroud, with Jackson Smith and Giba. It's hard to stand out, right? But he is doing his best, and he's unstoppable. 5-star athlete. Absolute amazing production. 6.8 yards per carry last season. Also, he can get it done catching the ball as well. 27 catches for 312 with 4 scores. He is a dynamic player that is on the rise, and I think will have a tremendous 2022 with even more experience under his belt. He can go distance. He's got good speed. He's got about 7 yards per carry and 5 20-plus yard runs for touchdowns, mind you. Just insane. Number 2 on my list. Couldn't just crack the number 1 spot because that spot belongs to a man out of Texas. Hook 'em horns, right? Bijan Robinson. Got to put him in here, right? This dude, he's keeping Texas football alive right now. And when I say that, I mean explosion. It's a shame he didn't play the whole season last year, got hurt. But, man, just absolute intensity from this young man. Last season, like I said, didn't play the whole year, but in just about 10 games, right? Obviously, the leading rusher for Texas, 1,127 yards, 11 touchdowns on the ground in 10 games. Also, he finished 3rd on the team in receiving yards with 295 receiving yards, 4 touchdowns in the air as well. And a guy who people are linking to a potential Heisman-ish candidacy this upcoming year. And like I said, I mentioned the running game is phenomenal, right? But the receiving game, I think, is something that people need to look at more. Because he led college football with 10.7 yards after catch. As our guy Daniel Kelly says, yakety yak. So this guy is explosive. You can give him the ball any time of day, any play. If you want to hand it off to him, that's great. If you want to give him the ball, if you want to throw him the ball, he can get you some yardage. Overall, this guy is just an absolute playmaker. And my pick for number 1 as the best, the top NCAA running back coming into 2022. So one more time, let's go through my list here. Number 5, Sean Tucker. Number 4, Devon Acme. Number 3, Deuce Vaughn. Number 2, Trayvion Henderson. And number 1, Bijan Robinson. Hope you like my list. If you don't, hey, put it in the comments. I want to hear your list. We can debate it. But this has been the episode talking about the top 5 running backs in 2022 for college football. Like I said, if you like the video, like, comment, share, subscribe. We go live each and every single week on Facebook and YouTube. Check us out on Instagram as well and LinkedIn. And, of course, we couldn't do any of this without you, our fans. So, once again, thank you for all the love and continued support. I've been your host today, Logan Landers. Have a tremendous day, everyone. And we will talk to you again on another live episode of 100 Football.